What do you
I
feel within your perceptions of yourselves or how others place it on you?
I put those expectations on myself.
Hmm.
However, there are like outside forces, but I think the main thing that the outside forces did was they praised accomplishment. They
Yeah.
praised achievement. And that is what then you take it, you internalize that and you say, "Oh, I did something good and I was rewarded for it. I must be this to be worthy of more praise, to be good enough." So having been told like, "Oh, you did such a good job, you got all A's, you're 90% in everything," then if I go and I take a test and I don't understand the material, I'm not grasping it, I get like a 70 or I'm not able to answer the question, I am like, "Oh, well, I failed. I'm not worthy enough anymore. I'm not good enough anymore because they've told me that, oh, you're so good, you're so smart, because I did this behavior." It was always, "Oh, because you got 90s, you're smart," as opposed to, you're smart because you know how to talk to people, you know how to communicate, you know how to learn, how to evaluate, how to critical think. It was always like, "You got a 90, you're so smart."
I want to pause right there. I'm looking at my questions I've prepared and we're going to wait on those because we're going to like stop right there, Danny.
Okay.
I want to go back to what you just said because I think that is pivotal for parents and educators to understand. So, what you're
Hmm.
describing is you were praised for your results,
Yeah.
how you performed. You were not praised for your process.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, can you add on a little bit that I'm wanting to have parents have tangible ideas like how do we avoid the toxicity of achievement culture? So, right there,
Hmm.
so can you add on to that? Like, talk to me
Yeah, of
about the
course.
what that did to you, praising how you performed versus how you actually walked through that whole time to the end performance.
Yeah, I think that it came from educators, from teachers of mine, from parents, from all of these outside forces that said, "Wow, oh, you're really smart. My daughter is so smart," or "This class,
Mm-hmm.
the student of mine is really smart because, she got 100% on this test." Or she's reading at a grade 6 level and she's in grade 4, or she's reading at a grade 10 level and she's in grade 6. And I remember being so competitive that it turned into competitiveness. I
Mm,
was like, "Oh, I'm reading at a grade 10 level. Ooh, what are you reading at?" Like,
yeah.
and then you build off of that. And then suddenly, like, "Oh, if someone else was smart, it fuels you. Someone else is reading at a grade 10 level too. Okay, let me get to grade 12 so then I can outperform them." It talking about achievements instead of talking about processes and these core, like my beliefs and my values, talking about my achievements then allowed me to compare them to others. Like if you told me,
Yeah.
"Oh, you get 90s or hundreds," and then I compared them with other people, well, I'm like, "Oh, well, other people get hundreds, so I should get better than that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I should get 110%. I should give 110%." Or as opposed to if someone was like, "Oh, like the way that you solved this problem, you really used critical thinking," or "You really, I love that your value system was so focused on empathy." Maybe that's a big
Mm-hmm.
one for me. Really focusing on my empathy and my care for other people. And so they could have said something like that. They could have said like, "Oh yeah, like the way you did this presentation, you really focused on that. Not, oh, you got 100%, but also so did this other group. So now I'm fueled to be better than 100%. Now I'm fueled to give more, to be better, to
Yeah.
be smarter and stronger."
You're
If
describing
that sort of makes sense.
the adults in the room, the adults in the room that are creating the toxicity of this achievement culture because when we get
Mhm.
so focused on the end point, then if you don't, first of all, get that end point, that devalues you. There drops the self-worth. And like you just said, it becomes the competition that I mean, competition I think is good to an extent, but almost what you're describing is toxic, right? With how
Yeah,
much that did
for
to you.
sure. I think that knowing other people's grades is not a sustainable a sustainable teaching method. Like, knowing that other people scored more points than you, even if it's in like a game or like a sports, like knowing that they have however many goals and you only had this many, and comparing that, using that to evaluate learners and children, really it quantifies it when we need to qualify their work. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the technique you used, that was really cool. As opposed to, well, you got this out of this. Like a percent, a number, it's just labeling that gets so far internalized that
Yeah.
you become those numbers.